The day Belle Thornwick decided my family's century-old lake belonged to her son was the day she picked a fight with the wrong rancher. 6 a.m. 3 police cruisers screamed up my driveway. Gravel exploded under their tires like machine gun fire. Diesel exhaust mixed with the steam of my morning coffee. And there she was, Belle, HOA president, filming from her pristine Range Rover, like it was reality TV. She'd called the cops on me for trespassing on land my great-grandfather homesteaded back in 1887. Her son, Tucker, Instagram influencer. He'd been charging strangers $200 to fish my private lake, the same water where my grandmother's ashes rest. And then Mama Karen whipped out forged documents claiming I was illegally blocking community access. But she didn't realize one thing. I controlled the budget for every service, keeping her perfect little subdivision running. My name is Garrett Holloway, and this is the story of how an HOA president tried to steal my family's soul and learned why you never mess with a rancher who knows his rights. I live on 2,400 acres of Montana paradise. My great-grandfather Augustus carved it out in 1887. At the center, a spring-fed lake, 12 acres of glassy water, where 4 generations of Holloways have been born, raised, and laid to rest. When Grandma Eleanor passed, we scattered her ashes at sunset there. The sound of the water still carries her laughter. This isn't just land. It's legacy. And Belle? She thought it was just another HOA playground. Enter the villain. 2:15 to 3 o'clock. 5 years ago, a developer bought the section next door. Promised rural harmony. Instead, they crammed 200 McMansions on postage stamp lots. Whispering Pines Estates. That's when Belle slithered into my life. Designer highlights, spotless Range Rover. Married to a banker who pronounced agriculture like it was a disease. Her complaints started immediately. Your cattle smell. Your native grass looks unsightly. Could you mow everything down to look more professional? I laughed. Big mistake. Then her son Tucker discovered my lake. 22. Instagram influencer. Work ethic of roadkill. He started small, bringing friends for content. But tolerance turned into trespassing. Trespassing turned into business. Diesel trucks at dawn. Beer bottles glinting in cattails. Drones buzzing my cattle. Then came the real scam. Tucker charging $300 for exclusive wilderness access. He filmed ads, staged fishing trips, bragged online like he'd inherited the place. The stench of entitlement? Worse than fresh manure. One evening, knock on my door. Manila folder. Patronizing smile. Garrett, I've done research, Belle said. She spread official papers across my table, claws tapping on fake county stamps. According to her, my great-grandfather's homestead required community recreational access. Cute. Except Whispering Pines didn't exist until 2019. My homestead predated it by 132 years. I remembered my grandfather's advice. When someone shows you fake papers, let them think you're falling for it. Meanwhile, gather your evidence. So I photographed everything. I'll review these with my attorney, I told her. Her smile cracked. She didn't waste time. 2 weeks later, County Inspector Martinez knocked on my door. Embarrassed. Sorry, Garrett. Formal complaint. Illegal water restrictions. She called HQ 3 times. We walked the property. Everything perfect. Boundaries clear. But he still had to file the report. She's creating a paper trail, he muttered. Smart. Diabolical. But smart. And she wasn't done. Belle held a community safety meeting. Standing in front of poster-sized aerial photos, she declared, "This man's cattle are contaminating our children's watershed. His aggressive behavior suggests serious mental instability." She painted me as a dangerous, feudal rancher. Neighbors whispered. Rumors spread. Some said I was broke. Others said I'd sell to developers. But here's the truth. When someone tries to steal your heritage with lies and forged papers, you don't just defend yourself. You destroy them completely. So I started building my case. Every photo, every recording, every legal statute. Belle thought I was just a rancher. She was about to learn. Ranchers don't just know the land. We know the law. And here's where it gets good. Buried in my grandfather's old files, I found a yellow document from 1962. Turns out, our ranch wasn't just any land. It was the anchor property for the entire rural service district. Meaning? I legally controlled the budget for every subdivision service. Police patrols, fire department, road maintenance, emergency services. Every contract, every dollar, all required my signature. For 5 years, I'd unknowingly been paying 60% of the district budget, funding the very services Bell weaponized against me. And now I had the legal right to shut them all off. So I struck back. Formal letters, demands for audits, termination of shady contracts. And then, her son Tucker made the biggest mistake of all. He filmed himself building a dock on my property, charging clients extra for authentic Montana fishing. All caught on my security cameras. Commercial trespassing, property damage, fraud. Evidence served on a silver platter. Belle thought she could smear me with rumors. Now I held proof of her son's crimes, and her forged documents, and her embezzlement through HOA contracts. It was checkmate. At the county commissioner's hearing, the chamber was packed. I laid out everything: forged papers, Tucker's videos, HOA financial fraud, even a recording of Belle offering me a bribe to drop the case. Neighbors gasped. Reporters scribbled. Cameras rolled. Commissioners voted unanimously. Terminate all HOA contracts. Refer Belle and her cronies for criminal investigation. Uphold my authority as district administrator. Belle's empire crumbled in 2 hours of documented truth. 6 months later, justice tasted like coffee on my porch. Belle? 18 months in prison. Restitution ordered. Tucker? Probation. Community service. Banned from monetizing social media. Their subdivision? Forced to rebuild under new leadership.